Ursula Macfarlane, CrossFit MTN, Homework for Coaches Development, Lesson 5 on scaling. This is the workout that I'm going to explain the scaling options for. So today we have a 20-minute window to complete a 21:59 across 2 parts. We've got calories on the erg and pull-ups, rest for 2 minutes, and then we have calories again on the same erg and handstand push-ups. The stimulus for this one is that, of course, our 21:59 sets are quite high threshold. We're looking for those calories across the board to be finished somewhere in the 4 to 6 minute range in total, and those pull-ups taking us probably 2 to 4 minutes across our abilities, combining there to about a 6 to 10 minute round with 2 minutes of rest, roughly similar on the other end with our calories, and then that handstand push-up work depending on our abilities in the class. So for our beginner, intermediate and our injury members, I've created the following scaling options. For our beginner across the board, we can look at volume. We can take away some of those numbers, 21:59, and create something that's gonna work much better for that person across our calories and our pull-up options and our handstand push-up options. Assumption there that those skillful movements are possibly a bit beyond our beginner. So for those pull-ups, we could look at practicing our quarter pulls if there's some capacity on the rig, or using bands there. If the rig's not an option for that, then we can go to some pike work on the floor, or even just some dumbbells to get that stimulus around the handstand push-up work especially. For our intermediate athlete, we would be hoping that the scaling wouldn't be so severe across the board, but that we could definitely look at good sets for all this work. We'd be looking at trying to achieve those bigger sets of 21 and 15 in our skill work in nice big chunks of 7 and 5 or more even. So we'd be pushing for that. But we could actually use those bands if the full pull-ups are beyond the intermediate athlete at that volume, to help with the pull-ups. And if the handstand push-ups in this volume are just a bit beyond also, then we could go to some box pikes and really challenge the same stimulus with our shoulders and arms there. For our injured athlete, on the assumption that there might be something going on with the sort of upper body area, then we can obviously take the volume down again, so that they're still getting a good hour of their day in terms of coming in and they're moving. But we could also, depending on the particular issue with arms, probably not then looking at ski, we could look at C2 bike for their erg. When it comes to pull-ups, depending how that feels, there's the ring options, which are still really challenging depending on the height that we use for the rings. So if there's some comfort in using rings, we could go there. Otherwise, we could look at even seated pull-ups if there's some comfort being able to get up with the bar from the seated position to still challenge that pull-up stimulus. And for our handstand push-ups, we could possibly use dumbbells for them also. Thank you.